Okay, you guys, in this one, you can see that I jumped in on this USD Swiss. I'm going to show you two particular trades that I think would be very interesting for you to see my logic, which is what I want to teach you my logic on these. So on this one, this is the USD Swiss, and I'm going to scrunch it up so you can see, man, this is a beautiful setup. On the 1 hour, it's already in the neutral zone. Let me make that bigger so you guys can see it. Price action is hovering below the neutral zone, so that's good confirmation of the signal service, which is why the X is there. It doesn't have an arrow yet on the 1 hour, but at least the 30-minute had a nice little show piece right there. Okay, so we can see that. All right, and so here's the deal. So on this situation, what had happened was, what happened on this particular one, this is after NFP, news event. And let me show you what happened. I told you guys how I'm teaching you guys how to play these news events so that you're not being taken advantage of because of your lack of patience. So what happened was this one, you can see that it spiked up, which by the way, I need to take my money. I'm gonna close this one out because it's going over the weekend. I'm gonna take my money and run. But anyway, because I'm thinking it'll pull back up to the main wave later. But right here, you see it spiked all the way up because of NFP, and then it dropped down. So when did I get in? I got in, as you clearly see, I got in after it had spiked right about here, waited for the next candle, made sure it was ready to close back below, and I just followed this. So again, you can see price action was hovering below the neutral zone there. So the 30-minute came in. I wanted to take this yesterday, but I knew news was coming out, so therefore I was right. Look, it spiked, kind of broke through the main wave, and then climbed this butt right back down, and that's why you see me take that trade and take those 30 quick pips. It's heading in. It's Friday, and today is October 6, 2023, so it's going into the weekend, so I'll just stick my money and run. You know, it'll probably pull back up a little bit, and so I just want to take my money, close it. All right, let's go to gold. This is one that I told you guys about on Wednesday's class, and I even left the markup, so you guys can clearly see that I marked it up and I still left it. However, the only difference is, and this is 250 pips, it was actually more than that, but you know, it's pulling back. That's cool. So on this particular one, I told you guys during mid-week reversal. So what I actually did, the question during class on Wednesday, which by the way, if you haven't attended my classes, they are free every Wednesday. The link is in the description below. Just click on the link and you can join Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is live, it's open to the public. You don't have to buy anything. I just want to teach you guys. So those who did attend on Wednesday, you remember we went over this exact trade, and I showed you guys when it had pulled back right on this, right when it pulled back here, and I showed you guys where I had got in, and then the question was, hey, Uncle P, should we hold the trade or not? And I told you guys, I think I'm going to hold mine for a little bit, and I did. However, in full transparency, because I knew NFP, non-farm payroll news, was coming out this morning, I ended up taking my profits, because you don't know whether it's going to spike up or down. I kind of knew, but I wasn't sure. So I took the money that I had gotten from the first position that we had discussed on Wednesday. And then what I did was I waited until after news. And you can see I was correct on this one as well, because look at the candle. It wicked all the way down. See? And when after the news, about 15 minutes or so after the news had passed, I seen it was still hovering down here. But I also knew my reversal family, those who like trading supply and demand zone support and resistance levels, you know, all that kind of stuff. Okay, here's the smart way to do it. If you're not an expert trader, don't worry about trying to trade before the news event. Trade after the news event, because then you'll know for sure whether the price is going to remain in that support zone or if it's going to go and collapse completely through. So what I did was I actually waited. I saw that it did create this wick, but it stayed there. And I noticed that, okay, the news event is over and it's still sitting there. So that means this is a very strong support area. So as you can see, I hop back in with a couple of positions. And I'm in profit as we speak, because it bounced right back up out of there. Okay, so that is how I played the NFP news event. It was still in the strong area. You can see my simplicity zones. So for those who want to trade reversal style, if you're a reversal trader, you want to get my simplicity with the sexy analyst, because you can clearly see it hit into what we call my strike zone. You can see this green box. See, it hit in my strike zone. It tried to break below it because of news and couldn't do it and sat there. Once it did that, game over. And so I'm You can see what's going on here. If you are a trend trader, then you're the person who wants to get the ocean wave, okay? The ocean wave is specifically for trend trading, which, by the way, the market does more trend trading than it does reversals. So that's the reason why you have to wait till, quote unquote, midweek to do reversal trades. But all week long, it can be doing some trend trades. So now I know how to play both sides of the fence. So when it's trying to do reversals, like you can see here, I know how to play it just like it did up here, okay? If you want to do trend trading, then you know how to play it here. You get what I'm saying? So I'm playing on both sides of the fence, both sides. I got them both ways, especially after the NFP news event. I'm showing you two techniques. So if you're a trend trader, here's what you could have done. If you're a reversal trader, here's the system you could have used, and here's what you could have done. So either way, you could have been profitable after the NFP news event. So next time when there's big news events, such as interest rate news, NFP, and all these different things, now you understand. Stop trying to play it in advance if you're not an expert. Okay? There's only a few people who I know knows how to play news events before it. Okay? And one of them or two of them is Miss Jenny and Mr. Elvis in our Signals group. They're experts at what they do. But if you're not them, then hang back and do it just like the regular person should do, which is to just simply, hey, let me just hold off. Let me see where this market is going. And once it sits there about 15 minutes or so and it's still sitting in that range, then, okay, maybe 30 minutes afterwards, then you come back and say, okay, now let's do our thing. And that's what I'm showing you in this video, okay? So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a happy weekend, and I'll see you in the next video.